Next time you're out, shift your focus. Start looking down. They're everywhere. You'll be surprised at how many you see.
Butt waste. The words might sound funny, but the facts aren't. They are frightening.
An estimated 4.5 trillion cigarette butts are tossed onto the ground or into the water every year.
Cigarette butt litter is so common that it can easily go unnoticed. We're so used to seeing it that we sometimes don't give it a second thought. But once you really start seeing it, you'll be shocked.
The cigarette butt is the most littered item in the world. Cigarette butts tossed out car windows are the #1 item littering our roads.
Cigarette butts contain toxic materials. They are picked up off the ground by children and pets. They leach chemicals into our waterways. They pollute our drinking water. And tossed on the ground, they pose a fire hazard. And despite what most people think, cigarette butts are not completely biodegradable.
Shannon Koskian of Thunder Bay's Eco Superior understands the harm butt waste presents to the environment, as well as the lack of awareness in the general public.
Cigarette butts are made of plastic, which is something that most people don't really realize. It looks like cotton when you open them up and they end up sitting on the ground for a while, and people think that they degrade in the environment, but they really don't. They're made of cellulose acetate, and they take years to biodegrade in the environment. So they hang around for a really long time, and they travel. When you put them on the ground, they don't just stay there. They don't just, disappear and go nowhere. When it rains or when it's windy, these cigarette butts will travel, and most of them end up in our waterways. And this is a problem too. Cigarette butts do contain quite a number of chemicals in them. Once they make their way into the waterways, these chemicals leach out and they degrade our water quality and can cause harm to our wildlife.
Walking around the city streets, it's easy to see what a big mess cigarette butt litter can make, especially when the snow begins to melt. Thankfully, Eco Superior's annual cleanup effort comes to our community's rescue.
Well, every year, the City of Thunder Bay with Eco Superior run the Spring Up to Cleanup program. It's the annual spring cleaning program where we encourage people to get out into their environment and put a little effort into making it a little bit tidy for the springtime. It's a great program, and we have over 10,000 people participate every year. Cigarette butts are one of the things that are targeted as part of this campaign, just because after the winter snow melts, you can really see that increase in numbers there. So it's nice to get people out there and give our city a little bit of a spring cleaning.
Not only are people unfamiliar with the issues of cigarette butt litter, they are also unaware of how recycled cigarette butts are used.
We also have a new program that started in 2015. It's called Your Butt Goes Here. And it's a recycling program operating here in the city of Thunder Bay that draws attention to the plastic content that is located in the cigarette butts. They're 95% plastic, so they don't degrade in our environment, and most people are just completely unaware of that. So by operating this recycling campaign and drawing attention to the plastic component in cigarette butts, we're really hoping that people rethink how they dispose of them. Most people that would litter cigarette butts on the ground would never think of littering other plastic items like water bottles or packaging. But because they don't realize that cigarette butt is plastic, it just doesn't even dawn on people that it is littering and it does have environmental impact.
Local butts collected are sent to TerraCycle and recycled with other plastic items to make plastic lumber, which is then used to make a variety of products such as shipping pallets and park benches.
So what can you do? Well, first of all, you can talk to others and let them know about the environmental impact of cigarette butt litter.
You can also take part in community cleanup efforts.
Encourage smokers to use outdoor ashtrays or even bring their own pocket ashtrays to use when they're out in public.
And last but not least, take part in recycling efforts. Thunder Bay is an amazing, vibrant, dynamic city filled with countless opportunities and promising a bright future for our youth.
We need to preserve the beauty, the safety, and the health of our home.
As youth, many of us dream of staying in Thunder Bay, going to college and university here, working and starting families.
Help us make this possible by caring for and preserving what Thunder Bay has to offer.
From the Northwest to the Cascades, there's all different landscapes. From man-made lakes to land flat as finished pancakes. Somewhere off the Trans-Canada Highway, I stay with pride as big as our crime rate. Just across the bridge, we got a reservation. Our hobbies are hockey and getting wasted off of malted hops till we can barely walk. And I don't know Terry Fox, but I can show you where he stopped. On ice skates, we hold it down for Canada with the most pro hockey players per capita. Nowadays it seems that's all that we talk about. That's just the way it is when you walk around this hockey town. Standing at the top of Mount McKay, feeling proud to say that I'm from Thunder Bay now. From Current River to West Fort and everywhere in between. I wanna hear my whole city sing with me like for the sleeping giant and the people that still are diving down in Silver Island, the mosquitoes that still are biting at the Mission Island. You see these people smiling, but please keep in mind it's where people rely on paper mills to pay their bills, work their whole life in their jobs on state.